Hello and good morning. Today I will be discussing with you a circular solution for the solar panels, especially in the GCC and in Bahrain. So as you know, we are using solar panels and we started to use renewable energy more. So how we will be implementing the solar economy on this solar panel to make it more clean energy. So starting off with the problem identification and analysis, what is the problem now we are having? The problem is that the solar energy, as I mentioned earlier, it is expanding in the GCC region and Bahrain. However, most of the solar panels have an average age or an average life of 25 to 30 years until it reaches end of life and the efficiency drops significantly. So what are the issues once we reach this end of life period? We will have to dispose this solar panel. And by disposing this solar panel, it will cause these three things. It will cause rising in future waste, hazardous material waste, and landfill pressure, because the more you are disposing solar panels, the more you are pressurizing the landfill and you are adding more to it. So as an impact analysis, and why do we need to do this? For environmental part, increase carbon footprint from new manufacturing. What I mean by that is that once we increase the amount of solar panel manufacturing, this will lead to carbon footprint. It will lead to more emissions. It will lead to more disposal. So eventually, it will reach to higher carbon footprint. Risk of soil and water contamination from hazardous material. As I have mentioned before, the solar panel will have hazardous material disposed with them, and it will cause soil and water to contaminate with hazardous material. And in addition to that, finally, it will reach to contribution and electronic waste because of the electronic parts which it has in it. From the economic point of view, the economical impact, we will be losing a lot of valuable materials when we are disposing the solar panels. These valuable materials are silicon, silver, aluminum, and glass, which are the core of the solar panel. And we will have another economical impact, which is higher cost of importing raw material. And finally, the missed opportunity for local green and industrial jobs. So that means if we don't recycle or if we don't reuse, we'll have less opportunities for green industry. The social impacts, health risk to the workers, and what we mean by that, by improper disposal of the solar panels, it may lead to additional emissions, which will lead to health risk to the workers. And the issue is what we have in the GCC in general is a limited awareness for the recycling. And finally, we need skilled workforce for the green jobs for it to handle it properly. Policy and infrastructure gap. Now there is no specific regulations for the solar panel disposal management or for the end-of-life management. And there is insufficient collections and recycling facilities. There are improving with time, but still not enough. And finally, what I think is that we need circular economy framework and incentives, which I'll be going through in the upcoming slide. The missed opportunity impact is that what we are missing by not implementing circular economy is that reuse and recycle can cover up to 95% of the panel materials. So instead of disposing it, we can reuse it, and it will be supporting the. And finally, it will create a resilience economy and better circular sustainability analysis. So what is the solution to the previous problems which I have mentioned? This is a simple circular life of a solar panel, which includes 6 steps, just like any other circular economy diagram. So starting off with sustainable design, we have to start with the design itself. We have to ensure the design is durable and repairable and recyclable. Next step is the responsible production, which means that efficient material we are using in production phase, clean energy, safe process with less emissions, the clean phase, the clean energy use phase, that we have to, in the process of operating, we have to ensure that electricity is clean, being generated in the lifespan of the solar panel. And after we complete the usage of the solar panel, there will be an end of life. And I have put here the end of life collection, which means it will be collected for further process of recycling. Here, the 5th stage is the reuse and refurbish. We'll be reusing the material which are valuable from that solar panels and refurbish whichever is possible from these solar panels. And finally, the recycle and recovering of material. So as I have mentioned before, we'll recover valuable materials like silicon, silver, aluminum, glass, and I have used in that example a monocrystalline 600-watt panel. You can use any other panel and compare it with this one. So these are the materials at the bottom here, which you can see it, which will be recycled. What are the benefits and impacts? Of course, we'll have lower carbon emissions, conserve natural resources, we will reduce the pollution, we will support circular economy, and finally, we'll create green jobs for the community. And for the impact side, we'll have protection of ecosystem and biodiversity to reduce water use and land use, and it will improve efficiency, resource, and finally, it will build a sustainable and resilient future for us. So next, I have done a life cycle analysis using the carbon footprint Excel sheet. And that Excel sheet has multiple tabs, which is the material, production, distribution, use, and end of life. And here are the materials which I have used for the monocrystalline solar panel, the 600 watts. And as you can see, that we have multiple production waste, and it will be generating most of the carbon footprint, which means it will contribute the most to the CO2 emission. And I have calculated here how much carbon footprint per year it will impact. It's around 10.87 kilograms of CO2 per year. And the eco cost of that per year is 3.4 euros per year. And this is only for a single monocrystalline panel. And what you can see here, the total amount of carbon footprint and eco cost is for the 25 years of life. So if we count that for if we count these numbers for 25 years, we'll end up with these results. So here, what I mean by eco cost is actually that the cost to repair the damage that's caused by the carbon footprint. And here I have done the eco cost distribution, similar to the production for the carbon footprint. Again, production is the highest and the eco cost, followed by material. And the breakdown of all of these is here in front of you. So next is how implementing a circular economy for the solar panels will help in the sustainable development goals, or how it is linked with the sustainable development goals. I have put here 3 goals. It could be linked to more goals, but I have chosen the most relevant goals, which is the number 7, the affordable and clean energy, because we will have that clean energy using the solar panel, and by recycling it and reusing it, we'll have more power using more people using more sustainable power. And by extending the solar panel, we will have that increase of use of clean energy. It will help people of the GCC and Bahrain to achieve clean energy and reduce the dependency on fossil fuels, because the most used resource in Bahrain and GCC in general is the fossil fuels. It will promote innovation in solar technologies and circular economies. And moving on to the SDG goal number 12, the responsible consumption and production. So with this one, the circular economy approach that we use, it will minimize waste, it will promote resource efficiency, and it will reduce the demand for virgin materials. So again, this is depending on the recycle, refurbishment, reusing of the material. And finally, the last SDG goal, the climate action, goal number 13, by extending the life of the solar panel. So that will reach to improvement in the climate, and it will support the climate resilience in Bahrain and the GCC. How we will reach to that? Because we will have less carbon footprint, less emissions, less end-of-life waste because of the recycling. Next, I will be talking about what are the environmental, economic, and social impact. Starting with the environmental impact, as I have mentioned in the previous slides, we will reduce carbon footprint emissions. We will have resource conservations. We will recover more resources. We will have pollution prevention. We will prevent the pollution because we will handle more material that we are previously sending to waste. And finally, waste reduction, of course, since we will recycle, we will have to reduce the waste. Overall, this will promote a cleaner environment. It will reduce pollution and supports climate change mitigation. What is the economic impact? The economic impact is that cost saving, of course, because we will recycle, new business opportunities. More companies will look to make deals with the green energies, and job creations, of course, since we'll have to do recycling and transportation, manufacturing, so it will create more jobs. And economical growth, which will help improving the Bahrain economy. Social impact, here we have that health and safety, proper handling and management of the waste, of the hazardous material. It will prevent leak, or it will prevent emissions. So it will help that improvement of health and safety. What is the community benefit? We have a cleaner environment, sustainable practice, improve quality of life for the current and future generation, awareness and education. It will help that awareness about solar panel recycling. It will encourage people to recycle more and reuse instead of disposing. And finally, the social responsibility. It will encourage responsible people that to use best practices and strengthen the economy of the Bahrain and GCC in general. So at the end, what is the big picture here? What I would like to say is that managing end-of-life solar panels and sustainability, it will help that protect the environment. It will help the economy to grow. It will support the society as well because of the reasons which we have mentioned earlier. So that's the end of the presentation. Thank you very much for listening.